Hello, welcome to Moonsong Designs. Thank you for joining me. Today's project uses the gift bag punch board. Now the board makes 3 sizes of gift bags and it really speeds up the process. So if you've got a lot of bags to make for children's parties or perhaps wedding favours or that kind of thing, then it really makes things easy. I know you can make bags using the Simply Scored tool, but I wanted a new toy and this is what I bought. So this is the punch board, and unlike perhaps the envelope punch board, you use it actually in a portrait fashion. You'd use it that way around. It gives you directions on here. It gives you the 3 sizes of paper that you need. So if you're doing the small one, you need a 10-inch width of paper. It doesn't tell you what to do with the height. That's really up to you, and the limitation is the size of the paper you have. So you've got 10 inches here for the small one. You've got 11 for the large, 12 for the large, 11 for the medium, and that's 25.4 centimeters for the small, 27.9 for the medium, 30.5 for the large. It has a reverse punch, so if you want to put holes in it, sorry I'm wobbling the table, if you want to put holes in it for the ribbon, then you know you can do that. We're not going to with this one. And the small, medium and large, as I say, here's one in Old Olive, which is the colour we're going to be using today. Now I did a gift belly band on this, which I've decided I don't like, but this is the small. This is what, when it's talking small, medium and large, it's the width of the front and back. Gusset is quite a healthy size. So I've got my designer series paper. We're going to use Old Olive, and we're going to use the floral, which I think is really pretty, and on the other side you've got the stripes. And if you've got something, this is from the Subtles paper stack, and there is one which has got spots on one side, which is actually my favourite, and on the other side it's got the font. So be careful which way you cut it, because obviously if it's a font you want the top at the top, if you see what I mean. So on here you've got a start line, which we're going to align the left hand side of the board, left hand as I'm looking at it, side of the paper to, and make sure it's pushed right back against the back of the punch board. It's up to you whether you punch or score first. I'm scoring the horizontal because I don't want to forget it. Punch. And then because we're doing the large size, so this is a complete sheet of DSP with nothing cut off, we are just scoring down the large score mark. Slide it over. Now you can no longer see that start line, so what they've done very helpfully is put a little pointy tool there. So you mark that, match that point up with your score line. Make sure again that it's straight and at the back, right at the back of the board. Punch and score the horizontal, but this is the side of the bag. So you want the side score line like that. And probably if you're using paper, you don't need to put these lines in, the triangle line and this gusset line, but it does make it neater, so I am actually doing that. If you're using card, and I've made these bags with vellum, then I would definitely put them in the large score line again, because they're much stronger than the paper, and I think you get a much better finish. Push. And we're doing the side again, so it's that side score line and the triangle, and then finally the gusset score line, and then slide it over for the final time, match it up, punch. My feet come off the floor when I do that. Right, move that out of the way, and you're left with, and I didn't bring my, where have I put the scissors? Excuse me while I scrabble about looking for the scissors, bear with me. I do this every time. I went downstairs looking for them and I came up without them. So, so you've got this little bit here which you now need to take off, like that. I'm going to just neaten that up slightly. There we go. Bits out of the way. And now you score and burnish. So we're going to be using the floral side rather than the stripe, I think. The stripes would be great for boys, for men and boys, I think, but I want a girly bag. It's not a very girly colour, admittedly, but it's still got a nice floral design on it. So just fold and burnish all of those. Now I'm not burnishing the those gusset lines, just because I think you don't need it. It's really just to help the bag fold neatly. But I do need to do this end one. Now, and it doesn't matter that your score lines don't go right the way up the paper, because they will just naturally follow. Now, I'm using snail for this. I would have used fast fuse, but I ran out yesterday. So just fold these out of the way, or open them out of the way, and match up this corner for the top first, because that needs to be really neat. And then just, there you go, perfect. And that, it's too big for you to see, I think, that is your gift bag. So just find your back, which is nowhere to be seen. Is that the back? Yes. So we're going to have this sort of fastening towards the back. You could use Tombow for this, but I'm just, for speed, see if I can get my hand in, just to push. There, that's perfect. And then all you need to do is just push this in with your fingers, close that, and just sort of help that like that. And as you can see, you don't really need to score that. That's next door's dog. You don't need to burnish those at all, and fold and burnish them, because I think, you know, the paper is thin enough. It's nice strong paper, but it's thin enough to cope without you doing that. That you could fit a small bottle of something nice in, perfume, champagne, maybe, you know, the little bottles. So that's quite a substantial gift bag. And to decorate it, I need some Old Olive ink and the card, and I need some Whisper White card as well. And I also have to try and switch my brain on, because when you're punching with the heart punch, you need to remember which way it goes in. So I'm just using Happy Birthday Sentiment from the Teeny Tiny Sentiment set, which is this one, and there's a sentiment for every occasion. I can't tell you how often I use this. It comes out every time I make a card, I think. But you've got St. Patrick's Day, Valentine's, Mother's Day, birthdays, Easter, congratulations, thank yous. I think every occasion is there pretty much. So just stamp the happy birthday, and I think it's a bit far away, so I'll just do that again a little bit closer. Like that. That's better. You just need to position it so you're happy with it. And then the sponge, we're going to sponge around the edges. Just finishes things off nicely, I think. Try and get it in the middle. And then we're going to do these gift tag type things, gift tags. So we need to just find our paper scorer, and you obviously need to make sure it's going to be wide enough, so that's about 4.5 centimetres. So if I cut it at 5 and I can trim it, I can see how that looks, like that. And do you need this? So that's going to be too wide, so I'm just going to cut a little bit off. Let's just measure that again. It's about 4, so if I just do it a little bit over the 4 centimetre mark, like that, just check it fits on. That fits perfectly, I think. And then decide on how long you want it. So sit it on. I think that's a nice. It's all done by eye. You know, I think that will be fine. And then we need to round the corners, but it's what you think looks good. I'm not going to tell you what sort of size to do them, because what I think looks good, you might prefer to do something else. Now, this is the curly tag topper punch, and it fits a piece of card about 2 inches in here, and it's got some little guides. If you're doing something that's, you know, a bit narrower than that, and you want to make sure you're getting it in the middle, just turn it over, and you can see where you're punching, and hopefully, you know, you should have that in the middle. So I'm going to get a glue dot, just pop that on the back. You could use a dimensional, like that. And then we need another piece, which I think is perfect width. It was completely unplanned. And then just, that's 6, so I think 6.5 centimetres will work with that. Let's just see. Yeah, I think that works nicely. So just get the paper cutter out of the way. Again, we're just going to round the corners, bring back our punch, and this time it will fit in pretty well. Punch that, and just check you're happy with it. I think that will work. And then again, we're just going to ink all round. Sounds like my dog's on the rampage. He's probably killing a carrot again. There you go. Just I think that I'm happy with that, and I'm going to again put it on a jaunty angle. But should I use glue dots or should I use dimensionals? No, glue dots, I think. And I've missed one. There you go. Now if you wanted to put some decorative elements on, like candy dots or what have you, the pearls, or you know, whatever else, absolutely perfect. There you go. We have the large gift bag and we have the small gift bag, and obviously with the small one I trimmed the top because otherwise it would have been the same height as this one, and that's it. Simple. But it is a really easy tool to use, and I have a horrible feeling I'm going to get an awful lot of use out of it. But as I said before, perfect for wedding favours if you're going to use the vellum. teachers' gifts, children's parties, makes things really quick and easy. And that's it. Okay, thank you, see you soon. Bye.